And we're back. We had a little break there.
We're back.
And we were talking about the McCallum Hill rafting trip, and it was very nice. It was some whitewater. There was some tranquil parts. But then we actually, unfortunately, there was a.
Was there a mishap? Did someone fall out of a raft?
There was a couple people that got launched, and but it was.
Boy, that's not fun.
Adds to the excitement.
It does add to the excitement. And you also realize you're actually out in the wilderness,
yes,
and not on some ride
and interesting
somewhere.
thing, we asked them about it just candidly. It's like, okay, what if you had a mishap? And I guess on every expedition they carry a satellite phone.
Oh, they do.
So they don't even rely on
regular cell
phones in case they need to call in air support, so to speak.
That makes it feel good, huh? Did you ask that before or after you went?
Well, after that incident, I just happened to, because, me, I'm obnoxiously curious, right? You're
gotta know. Somebody has a real accident.
What's going on?
Yeah, hey.
But, every trip they carry a satellite phone.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But it was a fun trip. And Oars, I think, is a fascinating company.
They are.
Because you think if you go down Highway 49, you see the Oars headquarters there on the left, you think, oh, it's just a little local rafting company.
No.
They do expeditions all over the world.
Yes, they do.
And what the percentage of business that they get locally here from is minuscule. Mm-hmm. They, are a worldwide company. It's pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm. Just like the pine tree.
Yes. We don't do
worldwide expeditions.
Also, were you next? Did you have a piece there?
No, I'm.
What are you doing? Still futzing with your futzing?
I'm futzing.
All right. Okay.
At least the cursor is working.
Also, tonight there's another. If you missed, there was another legal access stakeholders meeting in San Andreas. And we went to the one last night, and I'm sure it was probably more of the same, but I'm guessing that tonight's was a significantly larger crowd. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I think the Valley Springs contingent and some of the other stuff was going to show up at tonight's.
Yes, so it would be much larger, and maybe longer tonight as well.
Yeah, no doubt.
And today, England has a new prime minister.
That's right, a new prime minister.
Blair stepped down. He resigned his position, and Brown took over.
But he took another job quickly.
Yes, he did. He was appointed.
Because he's now the Middle East envoy, huh?
Yes, he is.
Yes,
he is. And in his outgoing speech, he made some very, very poignant points. So.
Did you catch his speech? What was he talking about?
I just read the news reports on it.
Right.
And, basically he was saying that his tenure was good, and he didn't really, he thought despite what you thought about the Iraq war or getting into it, you really need to support the troops because they're still over there.
Right.
And he had, faith in Brown replacing him. And a little bit of trivia is that Brown already lives in Downing Street, that house.
Number 10?
Number 10. They traded houses because the treasurer is supposed to live in number 11. And Brown had a bigger family than Blair, so they switched houses a while ago. So
really?
He already lives in number 10.
Now, is it like the White House where the number 10, did they move the 10 too?
No.
So it's not like Air Force One.
No, they switched houses because it literally looks like a townhouse. You've seen the outside of it.
Yeah. But I thought,
no, they don't switch. They didn't switch the numbers or anything.
Because the Prime Minister is supposed to live in number 10.
Yeah, but he's been living at number 11 for a while.
Somehow number 11 Downing Street just doesn't have that same ring, does it?
But now the Prime Minister does live at number 10 and has done for quite a while.
There we go.
So.
Yeah, I know you don't tune into the Pine Tree for national news. But this thought there's some interesting things about Iran. Did you see there's having protests in the street of Iran because they're of gasoline rationing?
Yes.
And what I didn't realize is they're oil rich but refining poor. Mm-hmm. So they actually
They have the
cannot
oil, they just can't refine it.
gas for their citizens.
Yes. Well, they're so used to exporting it, aren't they?
Yeah, it's just
You know?
really interesting. And there was actual riots in the street and everything else. So the interesting thing is on Iran, Ahmadinejad has a very, outside he is projecting this image of this, in charge, dictator-esque, but internally
it's falling apart.
it is not smooth sailing internally in Iran.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
And also, I think one thing is
And they're still pursuing their nuclear.
yeah, but we should probably talk about the Tahoe fires.
Yeah.
It's just
It jumped the
just
fire
heart-wrenching.
lines.
Yeah,
it
it's
jumped
just
fire
gut-wrenching.
lines, and they are evacuating, and
yeah,
there's a lot going on there.
Tahoe Basin's worst fire in a century. And it's just incomprehensible.
You just can't.
We were in the Dorrington General, Camp Connell General Store this afternoon, and talked to a man that was in there that had a paper. I think it was a Stockton Record or a Sacramento Bee or one of those papers, and he knew the lady that was on the cover.
Oh.
And because it was his, I think it was cousin, or it was a fairly close family member, and she was sitting in the rubble in front of her home.
Oh.
And it was just they lost 2 dogs,
That's
everything that they owned, and they were down in LA on vacation, and just got a call that their house had burned down. So they came back, obviously, but to nothing. They lost They lost their cars. Cars were in the garage, burned up. All their belongings.
Beyond that, you lose your photographs. You lose your personal history if you're not able to get it out.
Right. But it was, it's just really sobering. And I know that up here we live with the threat of fire all the time.
Yes.
And let's hopefully that the guys and gals can stay ahead of it again this summer here. And it's really tough. Really tough. And tomorrow night is going to be our entertainment edition, right?
Yes,
because we're not going to talk much about the stuff coming soon. But this weekend, come back and tune in for tomorrow night because it is going to be jam-packed. There is musical events, fireworks, parades. There's
it is the 4th of July celebration here early.
Yes,
that's what it is.
This
weekend will be 4th of July early.
And if you've been in Arnold today or up the hill today, you could already tell the invasion is upon us. If you went into the Big Trees Market parking lot today, not a spot.
Yes.
Even this was like 10:30 this morning. There was just, and you could tell.
And it's Wednesday today.
And the cars look different, but they've, it's the different crowd. Like you see the car, the pickups with every toy imaginable taped to the sides. They got bikes, you got barbecues, you got tents, got every.
That's right.
And it's already starting. And we were up in Bear Valley today, and some upcoming things on a little bit of a business note. That I know a lot of people are looking forward to it. Tonight is the official opening night for Serafina's. This is in Arnold. I mean, do Arnold jump around for Arnold and Bear Valley a little bit.
This is in Arnold. And it's where the weather station
It's where the weather station was, and this is the restaurant that moved from Murphy's to Arnold. And they're going to have a world-class Italian
restaurant too. It is excellent.
And it was packed. Not a parking spot to be found.
Really?
And it was completely packed.
Oh, that's
we heard
nice.
Earlier today they already had 94 reservations for dinner.
Wow.
And this was their opening
And the owner
night.
is local.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. She's
And
a local girl.
the other one on a restaurant and local business news is the Upper Crust Pizza in the Bear Valley Village changed hands.
Yes.
And escrow closed on it, I think even a couple weeks ago, and they've been going through all the permit process and everything else on the official stuff. But that is open. They're opening on Saturday with new owners on Saturday. So Upper Crust Pizza, and they're also it's going to be open more consistently every weekend. Basically Thursday through Sunday is what we heard.
Yes.
So that's kind of neat. I mean, actually, your dining choices
are expanding.
Up country will expand. So you'll have a nice Italian restaurant here in Arnold as well, on up the hill, pizza. pizza restaurant that. See, the problem with the Upper Crust Pizza before is I've had a pizza there. It's not bad pizza, but their hours were a bit inconsistent, to say the least.
So you couldn't tell when they were going to be open and
you
when
couldn't
they
make
weren't.
a plan from Arnold. Hey, let's go up and have pizza in Bear Valley tonight. He was like, well, maybe not.
Maybe not,
Yeah.
because you don't know if they're open. But now they're going to be a lot more consistent.
Right. And also, can I continue or no?
Sure.
Okay. And also up there, we went to left to Lake Alpine and talked to the new owners of the Lake Alpine Lodge. And it escrow closed a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
And some people bought it that are moving from the Tahoe area. And they have big plans to make it a year-round resort. And this is no doubt that this is not something they just want to do. We're going to try to do. They've already made plans, ordering equipment and everything else. This will be a full year-round resort. They're going to keep all of the lodge rooms open, all of the cabins open.
As well.
And so, I think it really sounds kind of fun because if you know back east, there's whole economies built around winter snowmobiling, recreation, destination type of activities. And this is really, really neat. Is we're going to have that up at Lake Alpine. And this is, and it sounds like they're well financed and everything else. So it looks like this is not just a pipe dream. That it looks like
it's going to happen.
Really.
Because typically, if you haven't been up to the Alpine Lodge up there, typically what happens is they close during the winter.
Right.
The minute Ebbets Pass closes, they close as well. And it's really a beautiful location in the winter and the summer. The summer is just gorgeous. But in the winter, it's very nice as well.
And the reason we're bringing it up is technically the road closes about 2 miles before you get to the lodge. So if they're open during the winter, they will either have to come and get you on a snowcat or you'd have to take a snowmobile in. But on the other hand,
it'd be a fun place to stay during the winter,
though.
I
mean, can you imagine in a very couples weekend up in the snow in a little cabin? It'd be very, very nice.
Yes.
So that was our little business plug
section
for the evening. And should we go to weather?
We should go to weather.
As
soon as I can find my little cursor here.
You lost your cursor?
I lost my cursor again.
Oh, and I guess Paris is out hitting the talk show circuit, huh?
Yes.
The Leaning Tower of Pisa is saved from collapse.
Yep.
What happened?
Well, it's been falling over for years now.
Well, it's kind of its shtick, isn't it?
They've been trying to shore it up for years without actually straightening it.
Because then it wouldn't be leaning anymore, right?
Exactly.
Is that
you lose your tourist.
Oh, okay. All right.
You lose your whole tourism based on the Leaning Tower of Pisa
so
when
if it's
you
no
straighten
longer
it up.
leaning,
Exactly.
then it's just the Tower of Pisa.
It's just the tower, and he wants to see that.
Because you can see that
just anywhere.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Weather. Got some weather.
You're all set?
Yes,
all right.
I'm all set.
I'll go to my weather page.
Okay, I'll do Arnold. I was set. Arnold, weather. Tonight, mostly clear at 58 degrees. Thursday, high of 84 degrees, mostly sunny. Friday, mostly sunny at 82 degrees. And Saturday, sunny with a high of 81 degrees. So it'll be very nice. And he's still looking at the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
I gotta say, no, we can't just tease you on it. All right.
It looks like there's nice weather around that little tower there.
Yes, the Tower of Pizza. The Tower of Pizza.
Pisa.
All right, the Leaning Tower of Pizza. No, Pisa. Now, see, I did it jokingly once, and now I'm...
yes, now you become calling it
no longer
pizza.
leans quite so much after a $20 million project has hailed a complete success yesterday. The tower, which was on the verge of collapse, has been straightened by 18 inches, returning to its 1838 position. What?
Nothing.
Is this dumb that I'm reading this?
No, go ahead. All right. 1838 position.
Yes. But Sarah was joking that, you can't have,
Can't have what? Well, no, you can't have
two straight.
Two straight, no.
Okay.
Because then it's not a tourist destination.
Then it's not a tourist destination. Okay, we'll move on
Okay.
to Bear Valley. Bear Valley, low of 49, high of 76, low of 43, high of 73 on Friday, and a high of 74 on Saturday. Great weather.
Great weather. Murphy's is actually, it's going to be a little warm. Tonight it's a 57-degree low, but Thursday a high of 90 degrees, Friday a high of 88 degrees, and Saturday a high of 85 degrees. And Saturday night, when the fireworks take place out there at Ironstone, it has a low of 56 degrees.
And Angels Camp, I just looked, is exactly the same as spot on as Murphy's.
Is it? Okay. We're going to look at Bangor, Maine.
No, we're going to Valley Springs.
Valley Springs.
Yeah, we are.
Should
Valley
be warm
Springs.
in Valley
Because we have
Springs.
quite a few viewers from Valley Springs, so we would be remiss.
Remiss.
And I've been accused of lots of things,
But you don't want to be remiss.
but I don't want to be remiss.
No remissing here.
Yeah, I've been accused of lots and lots of
Lots
things.
of things, but you don't want to be remiss.
Right.
Okay.
And somehow Valley Springs is taking, weather is taking, there we
There
go.
it is.
A high of 89 today, high of 92 tomorrow, with a low of 56, high of 88 on Friday, and a high of 86 on Saturday.
So there is
not
a
bad.
trending down,
A
actually.
little bit of a trending down.
Not too bad. Not too bad. And we'd like to thank our non-sponsor for the evening,
Yes, we will. Would like that.
Kraft
But
Macaroni and
hang on,
Cheese.
we still got to do Bangor. We have to.
Have to. They still haven't sent us our lobsters.
They haven't sent us our lobster yet. We would even settle for a case of mac and cheese.
You would, because you're a carpetarian. You're a
Ooh, the weather
carpetarian.
there.
Oh,
so
it's bad
ugly.
again.
Yeah,
Look
still.
at that. You
80,
could get electrocuted that way.
88 degrees with thunder and lightning. 83 tomorrow, but then back for the weekend. Very nice.
That's very nice.
74, partly cloudy.
Yeah, and Saturday is 75 degrees.
Yeah,
Not bad.
not bad.
Not bad at all.
Thank you very much for stopping by and joining us this evening. Tomorrow night will be a fun,
Entertainment.
We'll be full of more fun and frivolity as we talk about the upcoming events for the weekend,
For the
right?
weekend. Exactly.
And we don't know who our sponsor is going to be yet for tonight, but we'd like to thank Kraft
For tomorrow.
for being our non-sponsor for our
That's
product
right.
placement tonight,
It's a
right?
happy unsponsored tonight.
Because they are
the cheesiest.
the cheesiest.
Kind of like John.
Good night.
Good night.